Guys, we're on now. So the entrepreneur is needed to create in today's world of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence will be competing with a lot of you. Artificial intelligence will be competing for your jobs, okay? But you can survive even beyond the age of artificial intelligence if you understand what an entrepreneur is. An entrepreneur is the individual that takes risk, that sees opportunity where others don't see opportunity. An entrepreneur is somebody that is willing to learn, learnability, is willing to understand diverse cultures, languages, to create originality, to solve both a local and a global problem. The entrepreneur, and you can see what I've done here. Now, that entrepreneur will now give birth to a creative mind that can design, that will now call creativity and design, just like this arrangements here. That will now give us to understand the two categories of an entrepreneur. We have creative entrepreneur and marketing entrepreneur. Creative entrepreneur is the one that creates. Marketing entrepreneur is the one that markets what the creative entrepreneur creates. Every one of us cannot be in the market. Somebody has to be in the workshop, in the farm, in their house, in their offices, creating those wonderful products and services. When you move from there, you now need the mind to help you in the creative space of creation. And that is called design mind. Design mind is ability to create space. You must create the space because there is space for every creation. You must create the space for creation and see values where others do not, to help ignite design thinking. Design thinking is a certification that you need to have even in your professional level. So we're going to start design thinking right here in this process. Now, design thinking, you can see that I've used the arrangement of my mind. When you are able to use nature to do a design, you're already using design mind and design thinking because you have originality. There's no two persons in the world with this logo. How many of you know that? Because it's original. Because it's from nature. Okay? It's not Photoshop. I did not use Photoshop to do this. I just used my mind, ability to arrange the leaf here, put the fruit in the center, and take a good picture. And that's it. And it's representing us now. So now, when you have design thinking is ability to solve both a local and a global problem using creative spirituality and creative intelligence to create wealthy, healthy state of being. Design thinking, you are designing for a purpose. You will be given an assignment. You will have to figure out what the problem is and come up with a solution. So there's always a goal. There's always a vision, a mission, there's always a focus. There's always a niche. So for you to do that, you now see that design thinking process involves you to empathize. You to define after you empathize. Empathize is ability to put yourself in somebody else's shoes. Define is to say, what is this person going through? Ideate is to say, how can I help this person? Prototype is say, can I now do an example and go and show the person to see if they like it or not? It's not the final product. Test is when you now say, I want to test this thing with 3 or 4 or more or 6 people. Okay? And then you can repeat it if you make a mistake and do the process all over again so you get a final product. That is what design thinking is all about. And we'll go into in-depth as it relates to creativity and design in the creative nature of our existence. Now, empathize is ability and skill of putting yourself in your customers or your users' shoes or position to understand their need and their want in a way that helps you gain insight. It will allow you to gain insight of a niche problem. There's a problem that is unique to that particular customer. There's a problem that is unique to that particular company. There's a problem that is unique to that particular university. If you don't understand the problem, they will not hire you for that job. So you must know the niche problem that needs solution or design. Define is the stage where you start identifying the real problem. Once you know the problem, which is the niche problem, you will now start to see the real, that is become real. And then you start looking at solutions to that problem. Once you ideate, that is when you start coming up with idea. That's why you need design mind at the beginning to help you launch design thinking. You don't start with your hardware and software. Start with nature. Because in nature, there's a lot. Nature is the past. Guys, nature is our past. Okay? So in that nature, all the solutions are there. But ability to see it, you need design mind. And then you can now come with design thinking to use your hardware and your software in a better direction to create a healthy state of existence. So, ideas. Prototype. You don't have to be perfect. At this stage, you are just coming up with something simple, something easy to understand for your customer. Let them test it. Do you like this idea? They will tell you, change the color, do this, do that. Listen to them, don't judge them. Okay? And when you do prototype, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Okay? Now, test is the stage for others to use and give feedback. In the test stage, you have to give it to people. Please, try this thing out. See if it's something you like. See if it's something I can change. What else can I do this? They must use it for them to know if it's good or if it's bad. Okay? And then you have, now once they do the test stage, after the test stage, you can repeat again and go back to the beginning if you are not getting the final result. The process is a loop. You loop it. Now, once you do all of that, for you to be able to even use design thinking, you will need to be this person. You will need to be the entrepreneur that has creative adaptability and creative sustainability. You will need to be the person that has creative adaptability and creative sustainability. Creative adaptability and creative sustainability is only taught in this class in the whole of creation. That is the truth. They don't teach it. I schooled in America. They don't teach it in America. They don't teach creative adaptability and sustainability. Okay? Now, creative adaptability and creative sustainability, we are going to go a little bit in depth and you see how that works. So, creative adaptability and creative sustainability is needed to survive in the artificial intelligence age and beyond. Very soon, we are not going to have fuel, petrol to drive our cars. Water will do that, guaranteed. We already have that. From here to Ilorin, you will use a gallon of water to drive to Ilorin. And you are not going to drive on it, you are going to drone it. Okay? So, a lot of you now, we have to adapt to be able to be competitive, to be able to be relevant in that age. You can't say, I'm a web developer. Web developer in the age of drone flying everywhere, moving people. All of this, your university here, the stadium over here, you will have drones landing and taking off. Students will own drones, taking them to their house and coming to class. But for you to be relevant in that age, you need to adapt to be able to work in that age. You can't say, I want to go back to school again. No. What you already know now, you will need to find a way to adapt it to fit that moment. And that is why adaptability is there. Creative adaptability and creative sustainability. So what are they? Creative adaptability is connecting your passion to your field of study. If you don't connect your passion to your field of study as of this moment now, that you are almost graduating, you are going to have problem. You might end up driving Okada. Because you are not happy, you are forced to do what you're doing. If what you're doing now is not something that you are happy doing, my friend, once you leave this class, go and rethink the whole process. Yes. Don't do anything because your mother told you to or your father told you to. Your father will not be the one in the work space for you. Okay? Now, creative adaptability is connecting your passion to your field of study. If you love children, right? If you love children, and you, for example, you love, this is how creative adaptability works. You love children, you have passion for children. You love children, you have passion for children. You connect that passion of the love that you have for children to go and look for something that can help the children in your field of study. So you can go and focus on something that is going to make you, maybe as a nurse. Nurses work with children in hospitals. If you have passion for children, you'll be able to work in children's hospital. without being tired of working there because you have the passion for it. If you have passion for robotics and you are working as an engineering student, it's something you are happy doing. So you will never be tired of that. But if you are not happy, you don't have the passion for that, and for you to understand what your passion is, you have to look at when you are young, figure out something you are happy doing when you are young, when you are about the age of 15, that's your passion. Something you never get tired doing. So now we move to creative sustainability. Creative sustainability is accounting for your health, that you are healthy, your time, that your time is well spent, and your money, that you are not wasting money. That is creative what? Sustainability. Okay? And that gives us to design thinking by Oluwole Aboyade. Do you like my original language? Yes. And you love my Java fruit? Yes. Java is a computer language for what? Programming. So I've designed your mind. And that's design thinking, and there's the fruit, and that's me right there. So we move to the next one. So now guys, I want you to pay attention to this. Okay guys, you have to pay attention to this now. Pay attention to this. In our first day in class, we did practicals, right? We did practicals. And a lot of you did wonderfully well. As a matter of fact, all of you did wonderfully well. But some of you were able to express your passion in your work. Your work was filled with what? With passionate and credibility and originality and so on. So I took your work to space, to real space, where you have people who don't manipulate. They will tell you if it is good or if it is what? If it is bad. Okay? So what I did was, before we do that, let me just stop the camera and move on to the next one.